Welcome. If you've not been here before to the channel, please reach down and hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a thing to subscribe to our channel, and we always appreciate you folks being here. I've had a lot of requests for reg choices for 2023 from the staff. Now, I went through the past couple of days, I surveyed the staff on what their thoughts were, and of course, these are folks with many years of diving experience, and we've also got probably the mass majority of them are instructors. 2 or 3 of them are regulator techs. And I asked them, so what would be your $500 below regulator? And then I asked them, okay, what do you think your $800 regulator would be? And then I said, okay, what about $1,000 to maybe $1,100, $1,200, that sort of thing. And I'm going to talk about at the very end of the video, the one regulator that was the consensus best buy. Now, we had 9 people in the survey, and we only had one of those 9 vote for a regulator that's not in these 2 right here. And I'll tell you what that regulator was in a minute. Now, the majority of votes were split, so what we ended up with was 4 for the Apeks XL4, and we had 4 people vote for the Hog D3 with the Zenith second. And why do people pick these? Why would you think you would want to know about these? Well, the big thing is that, of course, the affordability. The other would be that both of these regulators are environmentally sealed, and of course, they've got gorgeous construction. They have adjustable second stages, and they both have the very nice and very flexible braided hoses. So now the difference between the Hog and the XL4, the D3 has a turreted first stage, whereas the XL4 is just a single body first stage. Let's move on to the $800 category, and these 2 regulators received the majority of the votes for that particular mid-level pricing group. And it was kind of a split. It was like 5 to 4. So 5 went with the XTX 200 by Apeks, and the others went with the Scuba Pro Mark 19 along with the G260. Now, these are, again, fairly different regulators. One of the things that they do have in common, of course, is that the first stage on both of these are membrane, or sometimes known as diaphragm style regulators. And now, when you look at the Scuba Pro, it kind of looks like the Mark 25, but it's not. Similar design. And when you look at the XTX 200 first stage, it's very similar to what we saw on the XTX 50. It's a single-bodied unit. It is environmentally sealed, as is the Mark 19. This one happens to be the Den model that I had in the case over there. A lot of people like the single body, and they like the positioning of the way the hoses come off. And so you've got your high pressure hoses here and your low/intermediate pressure hoses coming off here at the top. Now, some of the folks will take this unit and for extra head clearance, and they'll mount it upside down, which is fine. And they'll have the high pressure ports up and the low pressure ports facing, or intermediate ports facing level or slightly down. So that's kind of a nice piece when you look at that sort of thing. And on the Mark 19, again, environmentally sealed right there. This happens to be a yoke model. This unit is turreted, like what you see right there. And of course, it's got its low pressure ports or intermediate pressure ports on the turret, and of course, the high pressure ports on a mid-body of the first stage regulator. The second stages on both of these are very, very similar in the fact that neither one of these are extremely small second stages. As you can see, they're both fairly good size. They have both the cracking pressure adjustment and venturi adjustment on both of these units. They are a composite type construction as far as that's concerned. Both of them have purge buttons here on the front, and the Apeks has a braided hose, whereas the Scuba Pro has the rubber hose. And if you've never done it, next time you pick up a Scuba Pro regulator, smell the rubber hose. It smells like vanilla. Why? I couldn't tell you exactly. Here in the $1,000 approximate group, the ones that got the most votes was the Aqua Lung Legend Elite and the Scuba Pro Mark 25 A700. One of the things you're going to notice about the Mark 25 and the A700, it's really the only second stage regulator in the group that pretty much has all metal construction on the second stage. It's a beautiful piece of equipment. Turreted first stage, very, very good breather. And when we jump over here to the Aqua Lung unit, it has a bit of the look of the XTX 200, and the second stage has a very similar look. It comes with the braided hose, rubber hose on the Aqua Lung unit, fully adjustable second on both of these units. A lot of people like the Aqua Lung for the dry chamber that it has here. It also has automatic closure device, and of course the history and the records that the Mark 25 have set are pretty extraordinary. And of course, you just can't ignore the beauty of the A700 second stage. Now, I told you I was going to show you the one regulator that the entire group considered best buy, and that regulator is the Apeks XTX 50. Why? Great value for the price, turret, braided hose, environmentally sealed, lots of ports, incredible reliability, beautiful second stage, nice, easy to push but somewhat firm purge button, and extremely adjustable second stage with both the venturi adjustment and the braking pressure, and at the right price. And that's a quick look at Staff Pick regulators here in 2023. Again, thanks for being here. If you're not a subscriber, wished you would, hit that button down there and join us. As I always say at the end of the videos, dive safe out there. See you again next time.